What do you think of cryptocurrency? What do you think of Bitcoin? What do you think of other cryptocurrencies? Would love to get your take on the entire thing.
Yeah, I got to watch what I say here because some of these things can really move the market. So, first of all, I should say many friends of mine have tried to convince me to get involved in Bitcoin for a long time, like from when it first just popped, it popped out there. And a friend of my bully, he actually had Bitcoin cake, a cake that was had a big sort of Bitcoin symbol on it, and he fed me a slice of Bitcoin cake in 2013. I mean, clearly I should have at least bought some Bitcoin 8 years ago. Talk about being late to the party.
Bitcoin has been a hot topic over the past few years, with people like Cathie Wood and Chamath Palihapitiya being so bullish on Bitcoin, giving Bitcoin tremendously high price targets of up to $500,000. We have seen a rise of Bitcoin, but in this video I'm going to talk about the breaking news that just happened right now from Tesla purchasing $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. If you enjoy the video, give it a like, it really does help the channel, and if this is your first time in the channel, consider subscribing to Electric Invest and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. Today we have the breaking news that Tesla finally bought into Bitcoin, which is something very controversial given the fact that Elon Musk has said himself many times that he doesn't believe in cryptocurrency, even tweeting about the cryptocurrency of the world leading up to Dogecoin. However, a few days later he did change his bio on Twitter saying hashtag Bitcoin, and it did have an impact on Bitcoin a few days ago, but little did we know that in reality this was a little bit of a leak into saying that Tesla was buying Bitcoin. And so now we have the report, everybody's talking about it, but I'm picking this article from CNBC. There's multiple of them already talking about it, and in it they go on saying that Bitcoin surges above $43,000 to a record after Elon Musk's Tesla buys $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. And in this graph you can see how Bitcoin started to spike as soon as we heard the news, and it's just something that is moving the market right now when it comes to the cryptocurrencies. They go on expanding on the article saying that the electric car maker said that he bought Bitcoin for more flexibility to further diversify and maximize returns on our cash, according to the findings of Tesla in its investment future portfolio list. And in this picture from the portfolio breakdown, where it literally says in bold letters on the top, we hold and may acquire digital assets that may be subject to volatile market prices, impairment, and unique risk of loss. And they go on explaining that it could also be gold or gold exchange, and you can see other assets as specified in the future. We invested an aggregate $1.5 billion in Bitcoin under this policy and may acquire and hold digital assets from time to time or long term. Moreover, we expect to begin accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment for our products in the near future, subject to applicable laws and initially on limited basis, which we may or may not liquidate upon receipt. If you have Bitcoin, you may pretty soon be able to purchase a Tesla with it. Even though Elon wasn't very on board with Bitcoin in the beginning, he did say in a recent conference call utilizing an app called Clubhouse that he was a supporter of Bitcoin and he was late to the party.
I mean, clearly I should have at least bought some Bitcoin 8 years ago. Talk about being late to the party. So I was a little slow on the uptake there. My apologies. And I think about it a fair bit, but I do at this point think Bitcoin is a good thing. I am a supporter of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is really on the verge of getting broad acceptance by sort of the conventional finance people,
And he's actually right, because Cathie Wood is actually one of those people that explained this on an interview from Bloomberg not that long ago.
We are extremely bullish. Our confidence in it has gone up since 2017. Bitcoin is the reserve currency of the crypto asset ecosystem. So it is the reserve cryptocurrency, which is a very important role. It's the flight to safety currency. It is Bitcoin's technology, or Bitcoin's blockchain, is the most secure of any other blockchain. And so it makes sense that Bitcoin would be the reserve currency.
Recently, the unprecedented rate that the Federal Reserves have been creating dollars have left many investors seeking to protect their assets through other means. Many traditional investors have sought out to gold and silver as an attempt to avoid the impact of inflation. These are great asset protectors because these are limited in sources. However, in this day and age, advancements in technology have allowed new ways that investors can protect their assets, and this is where Bitcoin comes into play. Bitcoin has become the digital standard to gold and fiat money. Fiat money, which is not backed by any limited commodities such as gold and silver, is highly susceptible to inflation. Gold and silver are a limited source, and thus will continue to rise in value unless we figure out another way to discover and properly mine more. Although Bitcoin is digital, there are only 21 million Bitcoin units that can be mined, and currently 18.5 million are already in existence. So it is no wonder why people are actually keying into buying Bitcoin. It is definitely one of those things that Cathie Wood was talking about from institutions, organizations, and now large companies such as Tesla. But Elon also explained a little bit more on the call why he was talking about Dogecoin so much.
I mean, occasionally I make jokes about Dogecoin, but they are really just meant to be jokes. But Dogecoin was made as a joke to make fun of cryptocurrencies, obviously. But fate loves irony, and often, as a friend of mine says, the most ironic outcome is the most likely, or as I like to say, the most entertaining outcome is often the most likely, and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.
Awesome.
So now I want to know your opinion. Do you guys buy into Bitcoin? Are you going to be using some of your Bitcoin to purchase Teslas once it is available as a payment? What do you think of this type of videos? Does this sway a little bit your understanding about Bitcoin and whether or not you might probably be purchasing one? I would love to read your opinions in the comment section below. And with that being said, I want to wish you a great trading week, and I'll see you guys on the next video.